Three headphones, all alike in dignity, in fair Verona, where we lay our scene from ancient grudge break to new mutiny, makes civil hands unclean. So this is, or civil blood makes civil hands unclean. Enough with the Romeo and Juliet on the intro. I just thought it was funny, like three headphones, blah, 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 two headphones. I was originally just going to compare the Timsoks and the Goldplanars, but I thought I'd make this less of a comparison video because these really aren't, you know, if you're looking at these, you're not looking at these. It's just the way it is. I thought this would be more of a sort of a statement on pricing in audio and how, you know, you step up that pyramid and, you know, the more value you get, along with like a look at like what Chi-Fi is trying to do right now with these planars. Like Chi-Fi originally was just producing earphones after earphones after earphones, and the big companies, Adiz and all that, must have been sitting back, you know, they're like just waiting for this to happen. Like, oh God, they're now producing in our category, you know, they're taking on the big planar headphone companies like Hi-Fi Man, Adiz, you know, the only one, I keep thinking back to Oppo. I really miss the Oppo PM1 and PM2. I really wish they'd kept that going because they were beautifully made headphones. But yeah, this is kind of where you take a look at like this is the first generation crop of the Chinese and the Shenzhen markets coming after, not Shenzhen markets, jeez, Shenzhen coming after the planar magnetic headphone space. That is now that they're challenging, and I would choose Chi-Fi for almost everything at this point over, you know, at least comparatively, and usually they win out on a cost basis. They're not quite there yet with the planars, but they're going to cause a lot of problems for the big planar magnetic companies, Mr. Speakers and so on. When they're producing headphones like these, those companies should be really, really, really worried. The only one that I wish that I had here was the Boss Hi-Fi, or the Sigva. I think that would be a better representation of the lower end of this market, but this is one of the lowest priced headphones. I suppose I should do a little round the table first. So this is the Thieaudio Phantom, $350, planar magnetic headphone. Goldplanar GL2000, I think $789, and planar magnetic headphone. And the Timsok TS1024, planar magnetic headphone, and $2,000. So you have three headphones with the same technology but different price points. So the question is mostly, where do they fit in the marketplace? For example, you have this is the Thieaudio Phantom. This, people got excited about this, and rightly so, because it was going to be a $350 planar magnetic headphone. When it came out, people were kind of dismissive of it, myself included, with regards to the sound. The build quality also is distinctively cheaper than either one of these, which of course you would expect for the price. Also the branding's kind of a little bit off. But all in all, not a bad made headphone. It's just that, are these better than the equivalent dynamic driver headphones that are on the market, like the Sennheiser 660s? You know, you can get Bear Dynamic T51Ps and stuff. Are these really going to be that much better, or are they going to give you that hint of the planar technology? The question to the first one, I would say no in stock form. The answer in the second is yes, it will give you access to that planar, distinct sort of planar sound. But with these ones in particular, you're going to have to do some modifications. You take these screws off, take this off, remove the foam that's on the inside, and just put a little filter foam on it. And it makes a world of difference. There was a lot of talk on the forums about this metal piece impacting the neodymium drivers on the inside. It was causing interference with the actual sound, and they do sound a lot better when you modify these headphones. These are a good candidate for modifying, and yeah, there's lots of aftermarket pads and lots of information online about what you can do with these, but that's not going to be for everybody, and it shouldn't really be for everybody. So I would advise you to get a pair of the Sigva or something like that, which perform really, really well. This is more a case of, do you want the worst house in the best neighbourhood, or do you want the best house in the worst neighbourhood? It really comes down to that you're buying into a technology that is inherently quite expensive, and do you want the bottom end of that, or do you want something like, similarly with dynamic drivers, at the same price, $350, you're into pretty good mid-range dynamic driver headphones at that point. So you want the bottom of the planars, or you want mid-range and dynamic, and that really is up to you. They're an interesting concept, and they're not to be dismissed, because it shows that they can produce this, and these drivers are only going to be developed, and these designs are only going to be developed, and the build quality is going to be developed, but they're going to keep the price the same. You're going to see more $350 planar magnetic headphones coming out of China in the next few years. I can almost guarantee that, and that's more of a signal of look, we're aiming to do this, so you all better watch out. If we go up, and we'll put the Thieaudio to the side right now, if we go up a little bit and we have a look at the Goldplanars. Now, the weird thing with the Goldplanars is that the only branding on it is down here. I think they're quite a good looking set of headphones in a traditional sort of hi-fi style. They remind me of the Brainwaves or Brandwaves HM5s for some reason. I think probably because of the chunkiness of this headband. But these are very well made. They're just a little uninspiring. Is the only thing, but the headband's beautiful leather. These are beautiful leather, beautiful grille design on it there, a nice pattern with the gold. The only thing is they're kind of chunky and bulky looking. They could have done maybe stuff here, but then again, this is all metal and it feels very well made. They are, you can see the driver on the inside there. No, they're a very well made set of earphones, and they sound very, very good for the money as well. I think they're pretty good value for money, these. Not only do I think they're very good value for money, I think these punch up there with a lot of Adiz up at the $1,000 mark. So I think Adiz are still going to have them on the sort of design aspect and even the name brand recognition, but Goldplanar are eating their lunch dollar for dollar with the actual sound quality, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with the build quality on this. In fact, these come with one of the best cases I've ever seen on a headphone. It's completely over the top, and it is a giant Pelican case, which I will go and grab. So here you go, you get this giant Pelican case, which is just so ridiculously over the top. But very, very cool at the same time. So yeah, they're definitely not without their merits. I really like them, really, really recommend them, and there's a full review on the channel if you want to find out how they stack up. The big one for this comparison is going to obviously be these. These are the Timsok TS1024, and these are absolutely bonkers headphones. I think they're a little bit overpriced just because they're underknown. Not underknown, but they're unknown. Nobody knows who Timsok are. Obviously, they're coming out of China. But this headphone, even since the review, and I've been dialing in my EQ for these. These are fast becoming one of my favorite headphones. These are beautiful, and they're detail rich, and the sound it's not perfect. It's not up there with my Focal Utopias and stuff like that, but it is a really, really beautiful, well designed headphone with great sound. And yeah, I mean, it's coming in at $2,000. I wouldn't recommend anybody spend $2,000 on them, just because they're an unknown company. You're going to go buy a Focal or an Adiz and you're going to get support. I would be interested in these, but I wouldn't plunge into them right now. I don't think this is the time to go and buy them. I would like to see what the company does going forward. if you really like the looks of them, then support them. They are a gorgeous looking set of headphones. I mean, everything about the build quality is super premium. Like there's this headband slider and stuff, and this has really started to loosen off and become very, very comfortable. And the cable is very nice as well. So yeah, you can see that they are targeting now every single price point at the planar magnetic market. They're coming in cheaper than any of the big name brands are, and they're now targeting the highest of the high-end range. And this is the first one that I've seen that has gone this big on price, and it's a fantastic effort. Design-wise, I think that's better than anything that the Audi's have produced. I think that is just a gorgeous looking earphone, or headphone, with the color of that metal, the design of the faceplate and stuff, and even like the little integration of the jack points. I just think it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful design. So it shows that they've got the design down, tweak the sound a little bit, and establish their name, and the big companies should be really, really worried about this. This is already exceeds what there is at the price point by far in the planar space, and yeah, this crowd, Goldplanar, just need to work on their actual aesthetic design of it, I think. And there's a very sort of industrial off-the-shelf design, but the technology inside it is fantastic, and the tuning is fantastic as well. So there you go. There's 3 different set of headphones, 3 different prices. Are they worth it? Yes, no. However, in the future, there's going to be another $350 set, and it's going to blow them out. In the future, Timsok will probably be a recognized name, and their $2,000 headphone is absolutely going to be worth it. My only reservation with this is that it's such a new company, and this is already shown itself to be such a fantastic headphone. Anyway, as always, if you like these sort of videos, I know this kind of like got off on a tangent. I didn't want to make it too long, and I didn't want to make it a direct comparison, because there's no real point in comparing 3 different headphones that are catering to 3 different people. If you want to go and watch the other comparison videos, for example, here's the $500 earphone selection that we've got on the channel. This is the Thieaudio, Kiwi Ears, Phio and Duno all going head to head with each other. This video was more just a discussion of like where the Chi-Fi market is going with this sort of attack on premium headphones. And I really think that the big companies are going to find themselves in a lot of problem if people can get past this headspace where they seem to think that Audis have, some sort of God-given right to be like the most premium brand. Yes, they are super premium, but just remember, these are all coming out of Shenzhen, which is, they have access to the best technology as fast as they can get it, and they can make all this stuff super fast. So if you like this video, comment, subscribe, please subscribe, because it really helps the channel, and you'll be entered into the giveaways automatically to win headphones, earphones, DAPs and DACs. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video.